We're back playing some Stanley Parable. Let's figure out what else happens because I'm intrigued. I gotta know. I know they're all gone. Get me out of here. Speed run.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If you guys are just joining me, by the way, I'm Kale. Hi, nice to meet you. Check out my other videos of this game because apparently the last one I won. I don't really know. I think I just listened again, right? Yeah, I did. I gotta go to the right and go up the elevator. Oh, I want to see this. Tips for not getting fired. With no expectation of promotion or recognition, don't get fired. La 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 la. I didn't go down yet.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I did not go down yet. Oh, this is creepy.
Just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
How did you get out?
Admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
Ain't no boss up there.
Competitive economy. Why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
I asked that.
Doors closed automatically behind him wherever he went. And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
Rainbow Six Hatch. Blow it.
He yelled. This is all a dream.
I'm dreaming.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have
Yo.
finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Ho?
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself,
Let's
I
just
suppose I'll wake up
stare.
soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field. And it too appeared.
Wow.
It was so much fun.
Is that the DeLorean?
Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I thought that one
Now
also.
the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving
Am I
himself,
seriously?
believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Does this hurt your brain
He
too?
would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
What am I gonna do?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of
Oh.
the blanket on his skin,
Never
the
mind.
press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I was really hoping I would be somewhere
Stanley began
else.
screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me.
As I
I'm
give you all
real.
motion
I must be
sickness.
real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Oh, this is getting fucking demented.
And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I'm a
Woke
woman.
up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
My job
He was
killed me.
obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. Then she
Sorry.
remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Gonna call the cops? No? Alright, thanks, lady. I'll just... a dead body. I'll be here. Oh my god. Alright, let's see if we can run through another option here, so that way we're not just putting one per video.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
I'm stuck.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's so weird because you know more. It's like, it's seriously like a mind truck. A mind truck a fuck.
Stanley came to a set of two
Wait,
open
alright,
doors.
we didn't go to the
This was
right yet and go
directly to the
up.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, sure. That's what we say. Why am I stuck on all the doors?
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to
Trying to
business,
hold down
Stanley
one
took the
button
first
so
open
that
door
way
on
you
his left.
hear. Wait. Should I actually listen? No, I want to go this way. I want to see what happens when I go up there.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You lift me up,
Look, Stanley,
so
I think perhaps
I...
we've gotten off on
I
the
jumped
wrong
off and got on there.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
Do you think that
all
would kill
this
me?
time.
This
Someone
definitely
you've been
would.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now,
Why
I'm
would they
asking
not
for
just
me,
build a
I'm
bridge?
asking for her.
Am I just weird?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What do you mean? Who? I should have been listening. I'll find out when I edit what he's talking about.
That's her, Stanley. You
Hello? Yes, Kale. Stanley? No, never heard of him.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
No.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to
Okay.
come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha.
That scared the shit out of me.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife? Why commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to
Apartment
see
427.
something. Come
Really?
inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Hey, honey, I'm home.
This is
Smoochie,
a very
smooch.
sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press F on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
What do we got going on here, waifu? Why you not let me see the donk? Under boob. See.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what
He's
he's
so
told
creepy.
to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now
I have no other option.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him.
Yeah, get me out of here.
He's chosen this life. But in his mind,
Work,
in his
work,
mind,
work,
he can
work,
go on
work, work.
fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries.
I'm ready for that shit to like jump at me.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Ever. Z to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize
I would like to
about
watch
his
TV.
own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that
Is it
all
supposed
of
to be
his
a stove?
coworkers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Wait, what?
The thought excited him terribly.
Did I just glitch out the game? I just spent time with the boys.
So,
Yo,
went further.
boys!
He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even
Is it
mattered
seriously
what
taking
way
me through the
he
entire
chose.
game?
The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Do I want to press 4? Do I want to prepare to... Actually, I'm pretty hungry. Oh, can't even press that 4.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill in
Oh,
the
shit.
impossible
Wait, what?
blanks
When
of
did...
destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room.
Was I not
with
paying
monitors
attention?
and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
I'm so confused. Oh, now I'm... Wait, what? Tell kid... I'm so
Such a wonderful fantasy.
confused.
And so in his head, he relived it.
The end
again
is never
and
the end
again
is never
and
the
again,
end.
over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
Whoa, this should make me
Surely
yawn.
there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Does anyone else feel very uncomfortable? Like, very anxious? Tell your wife.
But there is no answer.
Love you.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he
That wall's
spends
gonna
here, the
change,
more
and that's gonna turn into the
the more he
office door.
forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell
Let me
you
guess. Here
that
it
in this
goes.
world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
What if we actually wait? Swooshy, 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 swooshy. Okay. Oh, wait. I want to see what that mug says. Oh, that's a different one. I hate Mondays. Alright, let's go.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he
This game makes me so uneasy. I'm so done with it.
How can I get
It's
him to see what I
amazing.
see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to.
Question nothing. As you keep going through the motions, you just become mindless.
Same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
Huh.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
Just kill me.
And I
End it. Is that the end? Please tell me that. That game makes me so uneasy. Seriously, it's so uneasy. Alright guys, I just want to say thank you for supporting me in this video series. Let me actually There we go. Let me stop that for a second because this guy's just going to keep going on about I'm standing there. I really want to say thanks for all the recent support. It is amazing. I hope you guys like this little Stanley Parable little trilogy thing. To be honest with you, this game is making me so uneasy. It's such a mind fuck because I see people go through the routine and become this mindless body that just does what they're told and just works and doesn't see there's other outlets to do things, which is a huge reason why I'm here starting with YouTube, because I know that jobs are they're just endless. It's just a means to pay your bills, and we weren't put on this earth to pay bills and die. At least that's what I believe. So anyway, enough of my rant. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you felt it's easy, if you made it through to the end, please give that thumbs up, because that was that made me very uneasy. I'm definitely not going to be playing this anymore. Great game. I definitely recommend checking it out if you want to check out the other avenues you can go. But I am done. I'm done with this game. Alright guys, hope you had an amazing, awesome day. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and peace.